Govt has announced the deployment of at least 8 buses on 4 major routes in Accra during peak hours effective today, Wednesday, December 10, to improve safety and convenience for commuters. The initiative forms part of interim measures aimed at easing transportation challenges in the capital. Transport Minister Joseph Nikpe Bukari made the announcement during an interaction with journalists on Wednesday. Channel One News' Ni Ayukwe Okan has more in the following report.
Following public concerns over the 5% royalty rate in the revised lithium mining agreement with Barari DV Ghana Limited, the government has withdrawn the deal from Parliament to allow for further stakeholder engagement.
Mr. Speaker, the reason for the withdrawal of this agreement is to enable the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources to undertake further consultations with very relevant stakeholders prior to representing it to this very important House.
We are withdrawing this agreement because there is a proposal coming back to this House for us to review generally the royalties for our natural resources.
We have alerted you ahead of time that the path you were blazing was a slippery path, and therefore you needed to change course. Eventually you are listening to us. Beautiful. That is how we want to proceed as a country.
The Minister for Transport also laid before the House the Road Traffic Amendment Bill 2025, which seeks to legalize the use of motorcycles, tricycles and quadricycles for commercial activities.
It also seeks to provide for the usage of motorcycles and tricycles for commercial purposes, for fare-paying activities. This will create jobs for our youth who are desirous to earn a living or have employment within the road transport sector.
The Minister for Transport, in an interaction with journalists, announced the deployment of a minimum of 8 buses on 4 major routes in the capital to ensure that commuters are transported in a safe and convenient manner during peak hours.
Those corridors are the Accra-Madina-Adenta corridor. They will have a minimum of 8 buses starting from today at 4:30 p.m. to 8:30. That will be the operational period. We also have Accra, Achimota, Amasamai. They will also have a minimum of 8 buses that will also start operations today from 4:30 to 8:30 in the evenings. We also have Accra Malam Kaswa route that will also have a minimum of 8 buses that will also start operations at peak hours from 4:30 to 8:30 p.m. And the last route we have identified is the Accra Tama Beach route that leads to Tama. It will also have a minimum of 8 buses that will also operate between the hours of 4:30 to 8:30. This is an interim or emergency deployment of buses to help salvage the situation.
The minister also vowed a crackdown on commercial drivers who have failed to join transport unions and are, as such, charging unapproved fares during peak hours.
We are going to embark on a serious exercise to flush out any commercial driver that does not belong to a union. It is because they do not want to be covered by the decisions and the directives of the various unions and government. They have chosen to operate on their own. You either belong to a union or you have no business on our roads.
The Minister for Transport has urged the public to report all commercial drivers who charge unapproved fares during peak hours to a task force that has been set up to crack down on such practices. Reporting for Channel One News from Parliament, Ni Ayukwe Okan.